Hey, watch enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a topic that's a bit controversial, but important: watches that might not be the best fit for everyone. Now, keep in mind these are just my opinions, and your preferences might vary. So, let's jump in. First up, vintage watches. Now, before you hit that dislike button, hear me out. Vintage watches can be a charm, but they come with their own set of challenges. Delicate construction, the constant worry about water resistance, and the servicing labyrinth are just a few things to consider. While they have a unique appeal, the reality of maintenance costs and availability of parts can turn your vintage dream into a bit of a headache. Moving on to non-established brands. Now, I'm all for supporting small businesses, but when it comes to watches, it can be a tricky path. Uncertain warranties and the lack of community support can make the ownership experience less enjoyable. Plus, they might be a bit challenging to resell if you decide to part ways. Let's talk about chronographs, those captivating complications that can sometimes lead to hidden costs. Servicing a chronograph can be a hefty expense, often exceeding the initial watch price. They're complex and not everyone's cup of tea when it comes to maintenance. So, if you're eyeing a chronograph, be prepared for potential future expenses. Now, here's a scenario you want to avoid: a watch where the servicing costs more than the entire watch itself. We've all seen those tempting deals on complicated watches, but servicing can be a nightmare. Be cautious, especially with upstart brands using intricate movements. You don't want to end up with a watch that's more disposable than durable. Last but not least, the watch you're afraid to wear. Whether it's too rare to replace, seen as an investment, or just too expensive compared to your net worth. If a watch causes stress instead of joy, it might not be the right fit. Watches are meant to be worn and enjoyed, not stored away like a prized possession. And there you have it. 5 types of watches that might not be your best bet. Remember, these are just considerations, and the perfect watch is subjective. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Thanks for joining us today, and keep on ticking.